Hello everyone, good day ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Awini Unity platform. I hope you're having a nice day with us. Wherever you're watching us from and whatever your time zone is, just know that we really do appreciate your time. We are here to discuss about the Nigerian Super Eagles preliminary squad that was released yesterday, being 4th of March 2025 for their World Cup qualifiers against Rwanda and Zimbabwe coming up 21st and 25th of March 2025. Yes, they have released a 39-man squad, which is actually a preliminary squad. Like we said, they are still going to vet the squad, and they are still going to cut off some players to make it 23 or 24-man squad. Out of the 39 squad released yesterday, we have 5 good goalkeepers on the list. The first goalkeeper here is Sterling Wabali, then followed by Maduka Okoye, followed by Amas Obasigi, Adeleye Adebayo, and Kayode Bankole. 5 goalkeepers. But before we move into the analysis in proper, I have with me here Mr. Adeka. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yes, so Mr. Adeka, I'll be asking you this question. Do you have faith in the new Super Eagles head coach?
I totally have 100% faith in the Super Eagles head coach.
Okay. Why is that so?
Actually, looking at the coach, he's quite a very determined coach. He has experience in African football, and he's going to bring that experience to the Super Eagles.
Okay, so you feel he has experience better than others who were deemed to be better options than he is?
I think he's better than them because actually the last indigenous coach we had, the judge, he ran away from the job.
Okay.
Likewise, somebody like Sondolise resigned from the job and went back to his base in Holland. So I think those coaches have shined away from their responsibility, but he came. I think he came at the time Nigeria needed a coach. The only option we had currently is Austin Eguavoen, who is also appointed by the NFF.
Okay. All right. So what are the possible challenges you see coming towards the coach direction, as he is the first African to coach the Super Eagles team who is not in Nigeria?
I think the first challenge is going to come from the Godfather, because I think some players have Godfather. They are being favored by the politics. That's why they're in the squad. I think it's going to have problem coming from them.
Okay. So if he doesn't do what they say, he's going to have a problem.
Yes. But as a coach, you should know what you want. You should know the player you want. You should have your own players. So I think he should rather satisfy himself than satisfy the Godfathers at the top. Okay.
All right. So according to what I am seeing, there are so many people actually expecting him to fail.
Actually,
most especially the Mali team he's coaching. I don't think they sacked him. He resigned to coach the Super Eagles team.
I think there's definitely going to be haters, and they're going to be well-wishers. I think the well-wishers are more than the haters. I think it's going to, because Nigeria is a very big football nation that nobody would like to see them fail. Even the last World Cup tournament, Nigeria was missed. Even if Nigeria doesn't play football, I think the fashion flair that the Super Eagles bring to the World Cup, I think it was missed during the last World Cup.
Okay. All right. So what do you think is something new that this coach is doing or will do that is different from the rest of the coaches that have coached the Super Eagles?
I think he's inviting new players. I think,
unlike
the coach, he's going to give them time.
Okay.
Actually, I've not seen him play, so I'll not be quick to judge, so that I won't be judged also.
Okay, but the new players is inviting now.
The new players is inviting.
It's giving you confidence.
No, it's giving me confidence because these players, I myself have been wondering, why haven't they been called up to the Super Eagles?
Okay. All right. What do you think about these 5 goalkeepers that were called up? Definitely, you know the 5 are not going to represent Nigeria. So they are going to cut off at least 2 goalkeepers out of these 5 goalkeepers. So which goalkeeper are you saying is going to retain his seat on this list among the 5 goalkeepers?
I think Sterling Wabali is going to retain his position as the first choice of the country.
Okay.
But I think this person should not be called up Okoye. He hasn't been playing for his club. He has been injured. I think he's not yet fit to be called up to the Super Eagles. Then about Amas Obasegi, I think he should not be called up to the Super Eagles. Nigerian league is far way better than Tanzania league. So I think we should use Kayode Bankole, who plays for Remo Stainse, and Adebayo Adeleye. I think these 3 goalkeepers are enough. The duo of Okoye and Obasegi should not be called up to the Super Eagles at this moment.
Okay, but you know that Maduka Okoye, was playing for Udinese in the Serie A. And then I had the news that he was actually suspended temporarily because he was involved in gambling.
But he wasn't proven guilty yet. He wasn't suspended. He was only he had an injury, so he was coming from injury then.
Okay. Oh, but I was thinking he was actually temporarily suspended.
No, he wasn't suspended. There was an investigation going to, and he hasn't been proven guilty yet.
Okay. But when I checked their recent lineup, I discovered that he wasn't actually playing.
He hasn't been playing since he has been injured, but I'm surprised him in the Super Eagles squad.
Oh, wow. That means he hasn't been training.
I don't know of that.
Okay. All right. So your first choice is Stanley Nwabali,
yes,
followed by Adele Adebayo and Kayode Bankole. Yes. Okay. So, but I wanted to ask this question, Mr. Adeka. Don't you think it's high time the Super Eagles start recognizing the presence of Francis Uzoho?
Francis Uzoho, I think he's currently injured.
Okay.
And that's why he hasn't been playing much in his team in Cyprus. If not Sterling, Francis Uzoho should be in the Super Eagles squad also.
All right, so we are moving straight to the defenders now. We have 10 defenders here. The first on the list is William Truss Ekong, followed by Bright Osai Samuel, Bruno Onyemechi, Gabriel Osho, Calvin Bassi, Ola Oluwa Aina, Zaidu Sanusi, Igor Ogbu, Jordan Torunga, and Ifeanyi Onyebuchi. So these 10 defenders now, are you seeing them all retaining their seats on this particular list?
Actually, I'm very surprised because the defenders are well packed with talent in that place.
Okay.
So if you ask me to move any player, I don't know any defender to move because these players have been in top form. I think the duo of Ogbu and Torunga, Jordan Torunga, I think they are very good additions to the Super Eagles. Torunga had been given a debut before. I think he has played a match for the Super Eagles.
Okay.
It is nice you call for him because he has been top form for his club. And also for Ogbu, I think no Super Eagles defender has been in top form unlike that guy for his club, Slavia Prague. He has made name for himself in Europe. So I think it's a nice debut. It's a nice call up for him to the Super Eagles. So I don't think I'll be able to remove anybody from that list.
But you definitely know that not all these defenders are going to play.
Not all these defenders are going to play, definitely.
So if you are asked to at least remove 3, leaving 7.
Okay, let me first start. I'll first start by removing Zaidu Sanusi.
Okay,
He has not played anything for his team currently.
FC Porto, right?
Yes. Then I'll remove Onyebuchi.
Onyebuchi. Okay. The new add-up?
Yes, I'll remove Onyebuchi. Then I also remove this guy.
Ifeanyi Onyebuchi. Wow.
Onyebuchi,
You are removing him?
Yes.
Okay. So that's 2 now. Zaidu, Ifeanyi Onyebuchi out. Which other player?
I think
we have Aina, Calvin Bassi, Osho, Gabriel Osho, Bright Osai Samuel, William Truss Ekong, Bruno Onyemechi. We have Ogbu too, Igor Ogbu. So you're only removing those 2?
I'm removing those 2 because I don't.
So you're leaving 8 defenders now?
Yes, I'm leaving 8 defenders.
Remember that it's not all about defenders. 8 times 3 is already 24.
I'm just leaving the Osai Samuel. He hasn't really proven himself for the Super Eagles. So if I might also add him up. He doesn't replicate the form he has for his club, Fenerbahce.
Okay, so are you adding him?
I'm removing him from the list.
All right. Sorry to hear that Bright Osai Samuel is out. So we have 3 players out. Okay, so you are removing Ifeanyi Onyebuchi, Zaidu Sanusi, and Bright Osai Samuel.
Yes.
All right, so we are moving straight to the midfielders. The midfielders here, we have Wilfred Ndidi, we have Raphael Onyedika, we have Alhassan Yusuf Abdullahi, we have Fisayo Dele Bashiru, Frank Onyeka, Alex Iwobi, Joseph Ayodele Aribo, Anthony Dennis, Chrysanthus Uche, and Papa Daniel Mustafa. 10 midfielders here. And you are expected to remove at least 4, leaving 6.
I think the midfield is also packed, but I think this one is going to be easy to remove because, first of all, starting from the Yusuf Abdullahi, what is his name again? The guy that plays in England.
Okay, Alhassan Yusuf Abdullahi.
Alhassan Yusuf Abdullahi. I think he should remove from the list, first of all, because he plays in the MLS, US League, and the league is just resuming, so he hasn't played much to be called up to the Super Eagles. He's a fantastic midfielder, though, but I think he hasn't played much. So first of all, I'm going to remove Anthony Dennis.
Okay.
Then Papa
Daniel Mustafa. Papa Daniel Mustafa is actually an indigenous player.
Yes, it's also an indigenous player, but I think at this moment we need the experience we could have to be able to qualify.
Okay, actually, because the position Nigeria we are currently is in a very bad position, 5th position, so just 1 point.
You don't expect somebody like Winfrey Didu is in top form. You don't expect somebody like Frank Onyeka. You don't expect the other
Rafael Onyedika.
These guys are in top form. Dele Bashiru are in top form for clubs. You could imagine the current player of
even Iwobi.
He played fantastic. He played against Man. I think the Super Eagles are using Alex Iwobi at the wrong position.
Yes.
And also, if we talk about Aribo is playing good football for Southampton. He's a first team starter. I think with his experience, he's going to make a difference in the Super Eagles. I think, even though the Super Eagles have not been using often like before, but I think he's a very good player.
Okay. All right, so who are you removing again? Al-Hassan Yusuf Abdullahi,
yes.
Papa Daniel, and Anthony Dennis.
Yes.
Okay.
These 3 players should go.
All right.
I should wait for some other time. And also, I think it's not good to pray for your teammate to go to injury, but let's see how it goes.
Yes. I believe that's the reason for this preliminary list. Yes, in case of injuries, they can easily. All right, that's wonderful. Okay, so moving to the forwards now, we have 14 good forwards. Samuel Chukwueze, Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, Kelechi Iheanacho, Victor Boniface, Simon Moses, Sadiq Umar, Nathan Taylor, Cyril Desas, Tolu Arokodare, Chidera Ejuke, Paul Onuachu, Ahmed Musa, and Akko Adams. I think minimum we are to remove from here. I think we should remove 4, leaving 10.
I think Nigeria is stacked in attack.
Stacked in attack, my brother.
We have different kind of talents in attack.
And these guys are all good.
I think it's going to cause a very big headache for the coach to select. But if I'm to be the coach, I'll use the current form of the player, the current position of the teams to call up players.
Okay.
So first of all, I'll be using forms to judge players. I think Kelechi Iheanacho should not be in that squad.
Okay.
Yes, Kelechi Iheanacho did not play much for Sevilla before making a January loan move to Middlesbrough. And since then, he hasn't played. How many goals has Kelechi Iheanacho scored this season? I think he hasn't scored up to 3 goals.
He hasn't.
So I don't think
he scored up to 2.
He should not be in that squad. So I think people that should be in that squad, I think I'll go with Samuel Chukwueze because he drives on the wing.
Okay.
Ademola Lookman.
2.
Victor Osimhen.
3.
Nathan Taylor.
4.
Tolu Akorede.
5.
I think I'll go with.
We have Moses Simon too.
No, Moses Simon is definitely making the list. Moses Simon is making the
6
list.
then.
Moses Simon, Cyril Dessa.
7.
Then
Arokodare.
No, Arokodare definitely make the list because it's been tough fun.
Okay, 7. We have Ejuke Chidera playing for Sevilla.
Chidera Ejuke should not make the list because he has been in injury.
Okay.
Yeah,
yes, he just recovered.
And he hasn't played much. I think over the weekend he just made a 10-minute appearance. He came here, I think, 70 minutes or thereabouts for Sevilla. So he should not be in the Super Eagles squad.
But you know, Ejuke is a very, very talented player when it comes to dribble.
No, actually we have the likes of Moses Simon. Moses Simon on the left.
Yes.
Moses Simon, Ademola Lookman on the right, and we have Chukwueze to support that. So I think it's enough there. I think Akko Adams should still pend on his color because he just made a January move from Montpellier in France to Sevilla, and he hasn't been given much chance to play yet. So he should still hold on.
Okay. What about Umar Sadiq?
Umar Sadiq made a 9-minute comeback. I started banging goals recently.
He's playing for Valencia of recent, and he's actually trying. Recently.
No, he's trying like his forms.
I don't know
whether it was the injury he had while in Real Sociedad that tempered him because he's a very fantastic attacker. But I don't know what happens recently to him.
But you know, these players sometimes they are funny. Once they know an international call-up is coming, they are going to pick a form that you don't even know where it's coming from.
Sometimes I feel they want to be called up so that they don't remain in their team to train, so that they might have time to visit their family back in Nigeria. I feel it's sometimes be like that, but you never can judge their intentions actually. Because some players actually turn down invitation as well.
Okay.
So I think it's only a preliminary because you don't know what might happen to clubs. Some players might decline their invitation. Like Cyril Dessers should be in the list because I think with what he has played for his club, Rangers, he should be in this list.
Okay.
I don't see him being out. But I don't see why Ahmed Musa currently should be in the Super Eagles list.
Okay.
Even though he's the team captain.
Okay. According to sources, they are saying that he's going to be a source of inspiration.
Definitely, he's going to be a source of inspiration, but he can also do that outside play.
Yeah, he can join the coaching staff or whatever it is.
I think somebody like Alaba was injured, but he was on the coaching staff of Austria during the Europe. Yeah. Ahmed Musa should also learn from that. Ahmed Musa should, sorry to say this, I mean no offense again, Ahmed Musa is a fantastic player that I admire a lot. But I think with his current level, he should retire from the Super Eagles.
He's having this hook on the Super Eagle team. I don't know how. Because, okay, if you want to be in the team as a source of inspiration, like they say, you can do it from the coaching staff, just like you said. Not, a blocking chance, a particular chance, which is ought to have been occupied by a younger player to showcase his talent. Ahmed
Musa should retire so that other players will definitely be given a call up. I don't see why he keeps plunging himself around the Super Eagles.
That's actually funny, but we are not really sure if he's going to make the final squad. Yeah, this is just preliminary.
No, even if he makes the final squad, I don't see it as a bad idea because Ahmed Musa is going to come with a lot of vast experience.
Okay.
Ahmed Musa currently remains Nigerian highest goal scorer in World Cup tournaments. And I think he's a very pacey winger.
Yeah, he is. But he's old already, so
actually
the energy is not there anymore. But let's see how things unfold, Mr. Adeka. So moving to Ahmed Musa's issue now. Don't you think the new Malian national team head coach, Eric Charlie, is being forced to do certain things, to take certain decisions, just like calling up Ahmed Musa? I don't know, but I feel like Ahmed Musa have a serious godfather somewhere that whenever it's time for a Super Eagle call-up, he always presses that button that brings up Ahmed Musa into the squad.
Well, I think it's very early to judge the Super Eagles coach because he hasn't played any match yet.
Okay.
So I'll leave Eric Charlie out of the board. I feel in Nigeria, there's a godfather because Nigeria, everything is politicized.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he is directly involved. I'm saying that there are people actually forcing him or influencing his decisions.
Actually, it's Nigeria. Everything is politicized. But in as much as that, I won't want to proportion blame to the coach, or I won't judge the coach yet because he hasn't played any match. After the match, he should be able to know his players. I think the failures of Nigerian coaches over the years are for their failure not to produce a squad. Like, do you know that one of the reasons why Cote d'Ivoire won the last AFCON was that they had a squad? They were united. Like, do you know that it takes some players to know that I will start this match, I won't start this match. You already know that. But when you don't have a squad, every match, every international break, every match, you keep calling players. Then after that tournament, you seem to forget about certain players.
Which is true.
And I think it should not be like that. I think the coach should learn and have his own squad. When Stephen Keshi came into the Super Eagles squad, I think we have a very good experienced defender in Taiwo, but Stephen Keshi pushed him out of the team.
And we started liking defenders, actually.
We didn't like defenders. We actually won the AFCON. Sometimes you might rely on experience. Like this player is experienced, this player is this, but that player might be the one killing you indirectly.
But you know that, honestly speaking, Nigeria have been struggling with midfield. That's the way I see it. I feel like Alex Iwobi is the only consistent midfielder we have currently in the Super Eagles.
I doubt that.
Okay.
Because if you've been watching Raphael Onyedika, he plays for Augsburg.
Raphael Onyedika, okay, yeah.
Yes. I think since that guy moved from Brentford, even when he was in Brentford, he was being named the Tank.
Okay.
You could imagine our AFCON tournament, the ball he played, like an holding midfielder in the absence of Wilfred Ndidi. And also in Augsburg, since he moved to Augsburg, you could see the form of Augsburg currently. And also we have Frank Onyeka who plays for Belgium. I think there's no consistent or informed Nigerian midfielder currently like that Frank Onyeka.
Okay. All right.
So Nigeria is stacked in midfield, just that sometimes midfield is a combination, just like a passcode for you to open the safe. So if you don't get that combination right, just like there's no midfield. And also, Alex Iwobi has been used the wrong position in the midfield. Alex Iwobi has been used in Nigerian midfield as a holding midfielder, unlike where he's been given a free role to play as an attacking midfielder, either from the left flank or the right flank, or also playing as a free 10.
But I just hope that the new coach, Eric Charlie, is going to look into these things and make the necessary adjustments.
Hopefully.
Really. Because right now, Nigeria are sitting only having 3 points. And other teams, like 3 teams ahead of them, are having 7 points. Rwanda, South Africa, they are having 7 points. And we need every point we can get.
Hopefully, Nigeria is going to grab point from these. There are 2 upcoming matches. I think they're going to win, definitely. They're going to win the 2 matches because they don't have any excuse for that. Nigeria just needs to compose a team. Like I said, if Nigeria had a squad, currently in Africa, nobody has a group of players that Nigeria have. Because the Nigerian players are scattered across Europe, in Saudi Arabia, and also in different leagues. Imagine Nigerian players there. So I think they have to definitely come up with a squad and be able to play football. People that are eager to play, people that have hunger to play. That's one thing I admire about the Ghana team. Whenever they come out to play, they play with their mind.
Even sometimes they go out of luck and lose a match, draw a match, but you can see the passion in them.
Played.
All right, Mr. Adeka, so we are heading towards our final question for today. In this 39-man squad, I have taken my time to observe something that I'm feeling like there is a kind of tribalism going on. Forgive me. But I am meant to discover that we have only... Okay, let's start from the religious aspect now. From the list, we have barely 5 Muslims on the list in the squad. Out of 39 players, barely 5, 6, or highest 7 Muslims. Some, I don't really know their religion. But the ones I'm sure of are 5 Muslims. And then we have like 39 players and just 5 Muslims. So is it that it's only the Christians that know how to play best? I don't understand. Like...
I disagree with that opinion that is religious because first of all, let's check the country composition.
Okay.
How many of our Muslim brothers go out to play football? They never find other trade to do. But you can imagine other tribes. Like if I'm to ask you now, like how many Nigerians do go to abroad? Like based on tribe, you discover that the Muslims don't go out, like the Northerners don't go out like that. But you can imagine the Yorubas, the Igbos, they do go out to play. These 3, as in the Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba, the 3 major cultural groups in the country, but the Hausas don't go out.
Okay.
If you come to Nigerian League, yes, there are many of them in the Nigerian League, but outside the Nigerian League, how many of them do go out?
But is it about going out? You know, we have talent in the Nigerian League.
No, we have talent. I'm not disputing that there's talent, but will you as a coach take... You don't know that player name or the presence of a particular player is also like, how will I put it, is a threat to the opponent.
Yes.
Do you know that looking at the team bench alone, even if your team is losing 1-0, 2-0, and there's still enough time, looking at the opposition team, looking at your bench is also a threat to them.
Yeah.
So I think that's the reason why they do call up these players who play foreign football, play outside the Nigerian League. Because looking at the player, you always be scared because like you cannot imagine like I'm having, maybe you're winning me 1-0. I have somebody like Victor Osimhen on the bench. I have somebody like Ademola Lookman on the bench. I have somebody like Samuel Chukwueze on the bench. At least as a coach, you'd be afraid.
To give them reason for concern.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, all right. So aside from the religious aspect now, there are like there are also 5 to 6 Yorubas in the squad, and then 18 Igbos. 18 confirmed Igbos. 5 Hausas, Mr. Adeka. 5. 18 Igbos. Just like 6 or so for Yorubas. What do you think is really happening?
First of all, like the way the country is, I'll just say anywhere the money is, the Igbo man is there. That's normally. But if you check, actually, the Igbo guys are dedicated to playing football, dedicated to playing their trade.
Okay.
The Yorubas mostly go out to studies, but when they discover that they have talent for football and they are eventually being picked, they decide to play. But these are Hausa brothers. I don't think they make much of their name in football. And also, unlike the other tribes are just majority, maybe particularly in one state or like that. No, just particularly in particular local government also. So I don't think they'll make a much say in the Super Eagles, but the Igbos, actually, they do play football.
Okay.
You can imagine, even in Nigerian league, imagine the numbers of Igbo players we have. And also, even from time memorial, it's called that the Igbos are dominating the Super Eagles.
All right, Mr. Adeka, thank you very much for your opinion. Yeah, so viewers, thank you so much for sticking with us this far at Awini Unity platform. I hope you really picked one or two from this analysis. And if you are a Nigerian, I hope you are rooting for our country in this upcoming World Cup qualifiers, because we are actually having a very, very big expectation of the new head coach. So thank you so much for sticking with us once again. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon.